2024 BMW Alpina B4 Gran Coupe review tastes like old wine. There is no M4 Gran Coupé from BMW. At Buchloe, they know how to help themselves. Alpina wants to perfect BMW. Yes, Alpina is a BMW manufacturer and is reported to be part of the group starting in 2026. But until then, this company is not a tuner. Alpina is an independent car manufacturer and has been around since 1983. To celebrate the anniversary, we took a trip to Buchloe in the beautiful Olga region to sample the B4 Gran Coupé from Alpina. Because Alpina Burkert Bovensipen GmbH plus Co kilogram, as its full name is, also sells quality wine. Is B4 Gran Coupé also a good wine for connoisseurs? As early as 1982, auto, motor and sport colleagues talked about how Alpina had transformed a 4-seat BMW sedan into a sports car that could be considered a complete Porsche replacement in terms of temperament and driving safety since 1965. Not much has changed in this regard, as BMW Z models, for example, are rarely touched. One of the highlights is the Alpina Z1 RLE, which we were also able to sample. But more on that later. What's that? Anyway, here and now we are talking about the B4 Gran Coupé. To understand the character of Alpina, you have to travel back in time. In the aforementioned 1982, the M3 or M5 was not yet a thing. BMW M GmbH was still working on a low flame when it came to passenger cars. So, for example, the BMW Alpina B9 is based on the BMW 528i E28 with 245 horsepower. Today, the Big M from Munich tries to fulfill the sporty desires of BMW customers. But there's still quite a niche left for Alpina. On the one hand, there are performance-hungry customers who find the M3, for example, too offensive or even too flashy. On the other hand, everyone who wants a BMW M4 Gran Coupé is in vain. The solution: BMW Alpina B4 Gran Coupé. A hidden front spoiler accentuates the front view, and at the rear there is a sports exhaust system with 4 oval tailpipes. However, even the signature gold-colored trim strips were missing on our test car. However, Alpina fans can rest easy, the strip is there. Classic 20-inch Alpina wheels complete a look that we consider a success. Inside, there is the company logo on the steering wheel, distinctive blue instruments, now digital, badges on the center console and leather of various types. Upon request, the interior can be trimmed in naturally tanned Lavalina leather. But the same applies to the passenger compartment. Nothing is turned upside down, but tastefully and discreetly upgraded. How to drive? The engine makes the same horn. Incidentally, at Alpina, B stands for petrol engine, D for diesel engine. In our case, this is a 6-cylinder biturbo engine with a capacity of 3.0 liters, familiar to BMW. Alpina has revised the engine management system and developed a flow-optimized turbine housing, an improved cooling system and a new exhaust system. The result is 364 kilowatts, 495 horsepower and 730 Newton-meters of torque, which is sent to the road via an 8-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive. By comparison, the BMW M3, M4 competition with xDrive is 15 horsepower more powerful, but only slightly quicker. The Alpina B4 Gran Coupé, which weighs almost 2 tons, accelerates to 100 km per hour in 3.7 seconds and reaches 200 km per hour in 12.9 seconds. The finish line was not reached until 301 km per hour. However, what is much more decisive is how this car presents its luxurious performance. While the BMW M3 always demands subliminally, "Come on, show everyone what a cool car you drive," the Alpina B4 Gran Coupé looks more like Sean Connery sipping whiskey in a heavy leather seat. Motto: courteous drivers use excessive force skillfully and do not brag. This car is anything but boring, if only because of its impressive thrust. But even in Sport Plus mode, it remains distinct. A stiff upper lip is what the British say. Plus, there's plenty of residual comfort and wonderfully balanced steering, which proves to be true poetry in sport mode. No wonder Alpina has nothing to complain about lack of demand. Of course, the Alpina B4 Gran Coupé has a price, namely from €94,500, Rp. 1.55 billion and above. But it's worth every penny. And for comparison, the BMW M3 Competition Touring X-Drive costs at least €101,300. Conclusion. In fact, we'd have to give it 12 out of 10 points at this point. The B4 Gran Coupé is an excellent example of what exemplary refinement can achieve. In addition, the restrained appearance is pleasant. Buying a real Alpina now can be beneficial. Because, as with any excellent wine, an increase in value cannot be ruled out. That's a little discussion or information that we can summarize. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share for other latest video updates. Stay tuned. This channel